The case of Nimisha Priya has caught the attention of the entire India. We're trying to understand whether she can really get off the death gallows in Yemen. I'm talking to lawyer Mr. Subhash Chandran, her advocate from the Supreme Court in this case. Mr. Chandran, today we've heard in a hearing in the Supreme Court in which the Attorney General informed the court that the Indian government has done all that it could. The MEA was also present there. They also said they've done the best. There was some talk of blood money. I want you first to tell me what were the circumstances that led to this?
In fact, we are thankful to the government of India, thankful to the learned Attorney General of India for making a statement before the Supreme Court of India today. And we are looking hopefully towards the statement made by the learned Attorney General today. As the Indian government has, initially I would like to comment on the first issue, the major issue. Like the learned attorney has informed the Honorable Supreme Court that the Indian government has officially requested the government of Yemen to postpone the execution date of Ms. Nimisha Priya. So this is a positive sign, and we are hopeful the government of Yemen will consider this the request from the Indian government, and they may postpone the execution date. And the other thing, the Learned Attorney General has given a statement before the Supreme Court stating that some sheikhs from Yemen, influential sheikhs from Yemen, Indian government is in touch with them and him and trying their best to save Nimisha Priya from the gallows. So this is also another thing. So initially we approached the Supreme Court with a prayer to facilitate the Indian government for the blood money negotiation. Actually, in fact, Nimisha was sentenced to death in 2022 by a Yemeni trial court, and thereafter we filed an appeal before the Yemeni first appellate court, which was dismissed in 2022. And thereafter we filed an appeal before the Yemeni Supreme Court, Supreme Judicial Council, which was also dismissed in 2023. So since 2023, we were demanding the Indian government to facilitate a negotiation with the victim's family for exploring the possibility of blood money, which is included in the part of Sharia law. So Yemen follows the Sharia law, and there is a possibility for exploring this blood money. But since 2016, there is a travel ban to Yemen by the Indian government. And the last 9 years, very few Indians are working there. Indian diasporas are not present or not strong like any other countries, especially Middle East countries. So there is nobody. Nimisha is in jail, and nobody is there to lead the negotiation on her behalf. So that's why we requested the Indian government. Repeatedly, we were making the request to Indian government to facilitate the negotiations. And from day one, we made it clear to the government of India, we are not required even a single penny from the government's exchequer. We are ready to raise the fund, whatever is demanded by the victim's family. But we require the support from the Indian government for the negotiation, and we will be paying the amount.
Has the victim's family asked for the blood money?
July.
Has the victim's family asked for some blood money, Mr. Chandran?
Sorry?
Has the victim's money initiated any communication?
No, that is the difficulty. Actually, according to Sharia law, the victim's family is the final the authority to decide whether they will accept the blood money or not. If they are accepting the blood money, and they are the final authority to decide the quantum of the blood money also. So in this case, they have not come forward to the blood money negotiation table. We have not done any kind of negotiation till now directly with the family. So first we will have to approach the family, and we will have to have the negotiation talks with the family. Then only we will be knowing whether they are ready to accept the blood money or not, and if they are ready, then what is the quantum.
There is a quantum of blood money that is making rounds in the media. Is that just being made, or is there any figure that is being thought of, or has there been any intimation of any figure?
Actually, the family has not demanded any amount yet, but we have made an offer. The same Nimisha Priya International Action Council and some her friends, relatives have made an offer of 1 million USD, which is also not accepted, or which is not recognized by it is not denied also by the victim's family. So we will have to bring them to the negotiation table. Then we will be knowing whether they are accepting the blood money, and if they are accepting, what is the quantum of blood money. So the logistical challenges and as well as the systematic challenges, because the tribal system exists in Yemen, and the linguistic issues also. Nimisha's mother is there in the last more than a year in Yemen, but she cannot lead any kind of negotiation with the tribal family or the tribal leaders there. So the only one agency who can help us or who can help Nimisha Priya, that is the Indian government. That's why we were asking the Ministry of External Affairs and the Indian government to indulge into this issue to help Nimisha Priya by facilitating the blood money negotiation. And for that purpose only, we approached the Honorable Supreme Court, and Honorable Supreme Court took our plea in a very serious manner and directed the Attorney General to appear and update the Supreme Court regarding the steps taken by the government.
Mr. Chandran, tell us a little bit about Nimisha Priya. We're told she's 38-year-old nurse. She has a daughter. She went there. She sent her family back. Her husband and daughter returned to India in 2014 due to civil unrest. It takes a woman of great character to stay back in a place of civil unrest and send her family back and continue earning for them. Tell us about her.
In fact, she went to Yemen much before the civil war starts. So before her marriage, she went to Yemen. She was working there in different hospitals. And when she was working in Yemen, then she got married, and she took her husband, Mr. Tommy Thomas, also to Yemen, and he was also working there, and they got a child there. A girl was born in Yemen. So then later they came to India for baptism, for the daughter's baptism, and thereafter, Nimisha, at that time, Mr. Abdul Mahdi, the victim of this case, he also accompanied them because they were having a good relation at that time. And then when they reached here in India and the civil war started, and the husband and child didn't get they didn't get their visas renewed, so they could not go back. And Nimisha went with Mr. Mahdi, who is her sponsor. And by that time, they started a hospital, a nursing home there, a clinic there. And according to Yemeni law, only the Yemeni citizen can be a sponsor or can be an owner of this clinic or a hospital there. That's why they sought the help from Mr. Mahdi. And this happened in 2014, and by 2014, this civil war started, and her husband and child could not go back. So she was alone there. And then the Mahdi started abusing her or torturing her in different manners, and the financial exploitation, physical exploitations happened. So she complained to the police, and instead of arresting him, she was put into jail for 6 days. So thereafter, and she faced a lot of, I don't want to, at this juncture, I don't want to blame my victims regarding his character, but she suffered a lot. And thereafter, she was advised by somebody to get her passport and run away. So for getting her passport, they suggested to sedate him with some sedatives, and she tried to sedate him. So he was a drug abuser, so it didn't work. So again, she tried to sedate him, and it got overdosed, and accidentally he died. So this is the case of Miss Nimisha Priya, and her passport was confiscated by this this victim, her sponsor.
Mr. Chandran, I just want to ask you, a lot of media has been talking about how she sedated him, but you also spoke about torture, which was also physical. You're also speaking about him keeping and impounding possibly her passport. Give us a little bit of details and background about that.
In fact, we are in a critical position. We are trying to negotiate with the victim's family. So it may not be appropriate to comment at this juncture regarding the issues what happened at that time. So we are seeking a pardon. We are seeking the mercy of the victim's family right now. So I don't want to comment more, but as I said, and that may affect the negotiation process. So unfortunately, I'm sorry, I don't want to comment on that.
No. What was the last communication that her mother has had, if any, with the victim's family?
Her mother, she didn't have any direct link or direct discussion with the victim's family. There are some persons or some individuals, some groups helping her mother to get in touch with the family. And we are also having some Yemeni citizens, very prominent citizens, some Yemeni groups. They are also in touch with the Nimisha Priya International Action Council. So we are trying to be in touch with the victim's family, and few of the victims' families they are ready to accept the blood money, but few are having difference of opinion. So we hope we can resolve this issue by getting some time. If the execution is postponed, so we may get some more time to convince the other family members of the victim, and we can means save Nimisha Priya from the gallows.
How can the execution be postponed in legal terms? Because our Attorney General today in the Supreme Court was clear that this Yemen government is not like other government with which we have diplomatic channels that are open.
See, when we spoke to some Yemeni officials, some Yemeni counterparts, some very influential citizens there, they said they are not intended to execute Nimisha very soon or something like that. It's true, she has been sentenced by the Yemeni trial court for the death sentence. So, but she is serving as a nurse in the jail, and she in the last many years she has served a lot to the inmates of the jail and to the officials of the jail, and she is having a very good relation with the jail authorities also. And even the government, their intention is not that much like she should be executed very immediately. So we hope when the Indian government makes a request, when her family, her mother makes a request to the authorities, the prosecution, they may accept our request and postpone this the date of execution, and that can be done by the authorities. The pardon has to come from the victim's family, but the date of the execution can be decided by the prosecution, so they can postpone it also.
So that's
considering
the
our
hope.
request.
That's the hope that we in India are sticking on to, that possibly that execution date from 16th can be moved forward. Her mother has also been speaking with her. What is she telling us about Nimisha Priya?
See, her mother, in fact, she is a domestic worker in Kerala. She was working as a domestic worker in Kerala, and her husband, he is an auto rickshaw driver. And after this incident, they had to sell their property for assisting Nimisha for the legal help. So now her daughter is studying in a convent run by some nuns and other church. So this is the family condition of Miss Nimisha Priya, and we fought a legal case before Delhi High Court for sending her mother to Yemen. And last year, the Delhi High Court directed the Union of India to grant the permission, and then only we could send her to meet her daughter. And after a long time, after many years, she met her daughter in the jail. And in the last one year, more than 1 year, she stays in Yemen, and many times she met with her daughter, and they spent a lot of time in the jail also. So it's very emotional. We speak to her mother, and sometimes we speak to Miss Nimisha also through WhatsApp. She is permitted to use mobile phone once in a while in a week, and she can make the calls or WhatsApp chats through WhatsApp. So we are also in touch with Nimisha, and it's very unfortunate. I spoke to her personally also regarding all these things. Then only I understood what had happened in there. So finally, both the appellate court and the judicial council upheld the conviction, and this is the unfortunate story of Miss Nimisha.
You've spoken with her. Is she aware of how you're pursuing this matter and how India is trying to support her?
Yes, we are in constant touch with her. We are updating her regarding all these developments here, and she is still hopeful. She is awaiting for the interference of the Indian government, the interference of other groups, whoever is there, in the different parts of world who can help her, who will be assisting her. Means many groups and many other individuals who offered financial help and who came forward to assist us in the negotiation process also. So we are trying. Many scholars from Kerala, some religious scholars, some very prominent individuals, business persons, all are in touch with us. All are supporting the Nimisha Priya International Action Council.